another item that emerged yesterday. I got a copy of a court filing, and let me make this as simple as possible. There's an effort to amend the complaint that was filed against Antonio Brown in Florida last year, alleging sexual assault and rape. The plaintiff in that case, Brittany Taylor, wants to add a claim for punitive damages. Now, I'm surprised there wasn't a claim for punitive damages from the start, because in any type of a case where there is an allegation of intentional misconduct directed by one person to another, a civil lawsuit, punitive damages are sought, because the idea is you have somebody who did something deliberately and intentionally that they shouldn't have done. It's not just enough to compensate the victim. You must punish the perpetrator in order to send a message to anyone out there that this kind of behavior will not be tolerated in the civilized society. That's what punitive damages do. They typically are always included. They haven't been included in this case. There's an effort to add it. It surely will be permitted. It doesn't change the allegations. It just is a different claim that's being attached to the claims already made. But what this does, this document and the affidavit attached to it, it's a vehicle for reminding everyone that Antonio Brown is facing some pretty serious allegations. An allegation of sexual assault with some graphic details. We've written about it at profootballtalk.com. You can see it there. And an allegation of rape. And in her affidavit, the last line of it, she makes it clear. He raped me. Again, that's her allegation. But when we consider that the NFL took no action on that specific claim and let him come back, this lawsuit rolls forward, and there's a finding by a jury in Florida that he did this. Doesn't matter whether it's criminal or civil. Doesn't matter whether the standard is proof beyond a reasonable doubt, as it would be in a criminal case, or preponderance of the evidence, 51-49. Just believe the victim a little bit more than you believe Antonio Brown. Doesn't matter what the standard is. If a jury in Florida finds that Brown did it, the NFL is going to be scraping egg off of its face for not coming to the same conclusion before the jury came to that conclusion. So there's a PR nightmare percolating out there for the NFL, depending upon how this case turns out.
Chris. Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I mean, Mike, to me, when I saw this yesterday, the first thing I thought of is kind of how you started it off. Was this more of just like a, hey, I mean, her, the young woman, and then her representation, was this just like, wait, you guys, nobody's going to talk. It's Antonio Brown and Tom Brady. It's cool. Oh, yeah, hey, they're back together, blah, blah, blah. And this was just out there for a warning to be like, are you guys serious? Everybody's celebrating this. Has everybody forgot about this aspect? I mean, I feel like that's what it was done to a degree. Like almost like they're shocked he got back in the league, and now they're reminding everybody, what's this person may or may be not like. I mean, hey, Tampa's going to have to deal with this talk. I don't know what else to say. You signed him. You wanted to listen to Brady and company, all that. Antonio Brown has 4 pages of issues over the last 5 years. I mean, it's a laundry list of issues. So, like we've talked about, you deal with that kind of thing, it's going to get on you too a little bit. And I don't know where it goes, but it is certainly dangerous, for the NFL. And yeah, I mean, the whole thing's crazy. Antonio Brown, some of his actions are crazy. Even what you wrote on the article too, I don't necessarily understand some of those things too. The young woman was mistreated and then came back again. Why though? That's where I don't understand too. And I'm not trying to judge or anything like that. I'm just saying Antonio Brown's life's crazy. The story's crazy. And I don't know where the hell this goes.
Yeah, I mean, look, victims sometimes are caught in kind of
tough
a spell,
spots.
and it's a difficult relationship,
Yep.
and it doesn't make it right just because she comes back and
you're right.
forgives and tries to maintain a relationship with Antonio Brown.
And business is being done and things like that too. You're right.
That
I'm
doesn't
not trying
give him
to
a blank check. Right.
I know.
Let me say this though.
Yeah.
If the lawyers representing Brittany Taylor, when they filed the lawsuit in September of 2019, deliberately held back the claim for punitive damages, thinking at some point down the road there will be a PR benefit to adding that. That's genius. That's legal genius. Now, look, it's not done for an entirely proper purpose. You're trying to put pressure on the guy. You're trying to remind people that this guy did some things, according to your client, that are heinous and awful and definitely not something that should be tolerated by a civilized society. But at the same time, they had a legitimate way to remind everyone of the claims made against Antonio Brown. It's legitimate because it wasn't part of the case. They're trying to make it part of the case, and now we're all reminded of it. So, you know, regardless, maybe we all needed a reminder. Maybe the NFL needed a reminder. Maybe the Buccaneers needed a reminder as to what this guy is facing while he's still eligible to play in the National Football League. We'll see how that all plays out. The case is technically still scheduled for trial next month. I'd be stunned if it goes forward next month. They have a lot of work to do. They have to do the entire discovery process, which is questioning people under oath and getting documents. There's no way this thing's going to be ready for trial next month, which is good news for Antonio Brown because it won't derail his 2020 season. It could affect him in 2021, but not this year.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.